Do you find yourself getting slapped down a hill and then still losing the rotation on the next hard point? And then it happens again and it happens again, and now you're down 100 points. The game's already over. Well, today I'm going to give you guys some tips to not do that anymore and start succeeding in your rotations and locking down your spawns and locking down rotations to really help you guys win your hard point games a little bit more. So stay tuned, grab a drink, grab a snack, and enjoy the video. Well, before I dive into the details, I want to go over what spawns and rotations are. So when we say spawns, we're talking about placing your spawns near the next hard point or the current hard point. And then rotations are making sure that you are there to the next hard point early and getting yourself ahead so that you can secure the next hard point and lock down a full 60 on the next hard point. So those are kind of two topics that are going to be going hand in hand here, and they're very important because they're very tied together. So first off, on how to stop losing rotations on your hardpoint games, you always need to run the right direction. Let's say we're playing hotel hardpoint and you spawn up in the game and you are on the bad side, so you are on hot tub side. You need to be trying to run around the P1. You just need to be holding P1 from the other side. You want to have people push through double desks, you want to push through like chandelier, and you want to make sure you are spawning on P2 side, because that's the goal, right? For P2, you want to be on the right side so that the enemy is still coming at you the entire time. You don't want to have to go and kill all 4 enemies to be able to get to P2. So the goal on that point is to flip the spawns. Basically, you want to get through, you want to get all your kills, and you want to flush them out, and you want them to spawn back hot tub while you hold P2 now. If you are on the other side, then your goal is to hold the hill. So what most people do when you have the P2 spawns is they try to contest time and try to contest the hill, but they generally aren't going to go a major line of sight. So they're going to hold double desks, they're going to hold chandelier, they're going to fight for mid a little. They're not going to throw all these lives over and over at trying to get the hill. They're going to try to get people off, they're going to try to hold double arches, but they're not going to rush, and no one's going to be Xbox. You're not going to find people up cat at this point. You're going to be trying to hold your side of the map and not allow the enemy to get through. And the major thing that I see is, let's say once the spawns on P1 here get a little wacky, people might go, oh, I can hit a flank on cat real quick and really flush them out. Okay, you 3 down people and now you're on cat. Next thing you know, they're spawning a P2 already. Boom, 20 seconds left, and they already have P2 spawn. Was that push around really worth it? At this point, I would say it's not worth it. So that's one thing that I see people doing wrong, is they spawn up and they don't run the right direction. If you spawn bottom bed, you should be running towards double desks and maybe in the spot, trying to secure that back lot spawn for your team, because you can get that back lot spawn. It's going to be really hard for you to lose that hill. There's a good chance you're going to be able to lock that hill down if you can get that spawn back there at that time. With that being said, you got to stop throwing spawns by running the wrong direction when you spawn in. Another major thing that I see when it comes to directioning and situational awareness is that most people are not holding the correct side of the hill. So let's say you are on, let's say P1 on hotel, you are holding Xbox. Desk might not protect you as much as Xbox does here. Hopefully you have a teammate that's maybe peeking out reception or peeking out double arches, and the rest of your team is securing spawns and locking down those lines of sight for next hill, while you are just on hill trying to contest the time and get a little bit of the time. That's what teamwork is right there, and that's how you can lock down the rotations and get spawns for your team. Another major issue that I see people do is they are always pushing old hardpoint, killing people, and they will spawn new. It's unneeded. Don't kill somebody on the old hill when there's 5 seconds left. You are going to make them spawn on the new hill. So let's go back to our hotel, for example. If you kill somebody, if you spawn P2, which if you're spawning back P2 with 15 seconds left, that means the other team is already probably on the next hill and you have lost rotation. That's just a little, if you are spawning at the old hardpoint with no time left and you don't have the hill, guess what? You don't have rotations. Your team is all gonna spawn there probably, or your team is on rotation right now and you spawn there because every other spawn is currently blocked and there is somebody still on old. You kill that guy, where does he spawn? He spawns back kitchen, he spawns top plat, and that guy, or maybe restaurant, depending on where your teammates are. Next thing you know, you give them 4 people on the hill immediately. I see this on Hydro a lot, where if you're on P2, basically the rest of the team will push through for P3, and the guy on hill will die with 5 seconds left, and they're like, yes, we got hill. No, you got 5 seconds, and your entire team is spawning here again, and that guy spawns up on back gas on Hydro, and next thing you know, you lost spawns, and you have no way to break that, because that's a very hard hill to break. If you're trying to raw push that, and your team is still back here with 5 seconds left on the old hill, it's gonna take you 10 seconds just to get there. You have 2 pushes max, or else you have to go for next already, and you lost a full 60. So basically the goal here is to not push old and not kill somebody on the old hill, because even if it's a free kill, this is a kill that means nothing, and this kill will actually hurt your team more than it will help your team at that point. And my last major point here is rotating early, pushing with 20 seconds left. Let's say you spawn up and you're pushing the old hill with 20 seconds left. This gives you 10 to 15 seconds of hill time max. However, if you get in position and you hold major angles early, let's say you spawn up with that 20 seconds left and you know you're somewhat near next, and you can just hold this line of sight. Your teammates go, yep, there's nobody new. We know there's 2 people old. One guy just got killed. So now you know there's 1 guy left on the map somewhere that's probably rotating right now. The other 2 are going to start rotating. However, you got to work off your team and hold these major lines of sight. The major lines of sight in the game really do help. So unlike Mikado, you can hold Godheady across almost the entire map, and you can be like, hey, one's pushing mid, one's pushing dark, one's pushing here. And if you can hold that line of sight on rotation, especially, let's say you're coming off P3 going to P4 at Barbershop, and you're holding Godheady and somebody's holding back alley, you basically have almost the entire map locked down there. You can put somebody in the hill and then have somebody hold back alley, and next thing you know, you have all lines of sight covered. And this is just on rotation. You have 10 seconds left on the old hill. The enemy is now going to be trying to break this, and they're going to be kind of rotating, and they're going to see, oh, they're getting mowed down through mid. All right, let's go back alley now. Oh, hey, there's a guy holding top grandmas. We're not going to get through that guy without killing that guy first. Let's go bricks. Let's go through our recycling truck. Okay, there's a guy on Godheady still, and there's a guy holding backlot. So now they have all these lines of sight locked down, and that's how you actually lock down and hold a hill for a full 60. Is that rotate early. It's that giving up the hill, realizing that the 10 seconds that you can get off that hill is not worth it, and really trying to maximize the full 60 you can get in the next hill. And if you do things right, when it's all said and done, your team with 20-15 seconds left will push through. Going back to Mikado on P4 at the barbershop, your guy back alley will push through hedges. He will push through dark and he'll get towards tin. The guy on Godheady and the guy on back alley are going to push through recycling, and next thing you know, they're going to be spawning on bomb grandmas, they're going to be spawning back alley, and they're going to push ult, and they're going to kill that guy, and he's going to spawn and search and destroy spawn for on the one side for next hill basically, or he's going to spawn literally on next hill. And then you just do the whole thing again. You have a guy set up top 10, you got a guy holding red, you start having people hold, okay, one guy's on van, now you really push. Now you got map positioning, and you got like layers set up here. You got a guy, let's say on van, holding down mid, you know, you don't have to watch dark. Then you have a guy watching down mid just in case they get through, you know, holding that light out. And then you got a guy on hill that's holding red, and you got a guy that's in like by the bicycle kind of holding for anyone flanking there, and you got the place locked down. I mean, you gotta lose a lot of gunfights in a row to lose that hill. Then you lock down another 60 really quick, and just a little bit of communication, you can do stuff like this, guys. It's really not that hard overall. So hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something. If you did, drop a like and subscribe. If you disagree with anything I said, or you think you have a better way to master rotations, please let me know in the comments below. I'm always willing to learn and to learn new things. I do realize that there are more than one way to do things effectively, so this is the way that I have found good success in ranked play in Modern Warfare 2, and I've seen a lot of pro teams doing some of the same stuff. So I do think that these are all good ways to do it, and I think there's many different ways to do it at the same time. So hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Drop that like and subscribe, hit the bell. You guys all have a wonderful day. Thank you guys, appreciate you.